Hey everybody, Ryan here at eTrailer. Today on our 2020 Nissan Murano, we're going to be taking a look at the CURT Premium Hitch Mounted Bike Rack. So one of the big questions we get asked all the time in regards to hitch mounted bike racks is if you're still going to be able to have full access to the back of your SUV. And this one allows us to do that because it folds down. And the way we're going to do that is right down here. And there's a couple things we need to do. We're going to have this T-handle, and we need to loosen that up. And then pull out this pin and clip. So we'll pop that out. And then if we lift up on this T-handle, that will allow us to drop the rack down. And with it like that, it's going to give us more than enough room to open up our Nissan's hatch and get anything we might need in and out of the back of our Murano. So the rack that we have here today can hold up to a total of 4 bikes, but if you need to carry an additional one, there's a 5-bike version available as well. So kind of my first impressions, I think the rack's going to look pretty good on the back of the Murano, and I think it's going to be a great way to carry around a lot of bikes and be able to do it very easily. It's really well made. Once you kind of get your hands on it and start to use it, you can tell that the craftsmanship is very good. And it kind of holds your bikes in that perfect spot. So what I mean by that, it's up here about chest level, so it's going to be easy to get your bikes off and on. And they're not going to sit up so high that they're really going to block or obstruct your view too much as you're driving down the road and looking out of your rear view mirror. Now, with all that being said, the way the rack works is very simple, and that's one of the things I actually really like about it. It's going to hold our bike down in 3 spots. So we're going to have 2 straps here along the top tube and a strap down here. And what this one's going to do is actually prevent your bikes from swaying around too much. So eliminate that side-to-side movement. That way you shouldn't have to worry about it too much. Our bikes kind of hitting each other as we're going down the road. Well, with that being said, let's go ahead and take our bike off. That way we can have a better look at the rack itself. So all we're going to have to do is kind of pull on our straps and flip them up and over. Same thing for this strap down here. Then we can just grab our bike and slide it off the rack. So what's pretty cool is the cradles here where our bike's frame is going to sit. We can rotate them. And each side is going to be a little bit different. So you're going to be able to kind of accommodate different types of frames and stuff like that. And you can rotate them until you find whichever side fits the best. And it's also going to give us a lot of different anchor points for our strap. So if the strap keeps your bike more secure like this, you can use it like that or in this position. So really gives you a lot of different options. And one of the things I do like is the straps. They're nice and thick, and they feel like they're really durable. And so I see these lasting for a long time. I really don't see these getting worn out very quick. With that being said though, I do suggest to just kind of put those straps back in place when you're not using the rack. That way we don't have to worry about losing them or anything like that. Now, one thing we do need to think about is whenever we have the rack on the back of our Murano, it is going to extend the overall length of it. So to find out how much, we can measure from the hatch here to the very edge of the rack. And it looks like it's going to be about 38 inches. So definitely something you want to keep in the back of your mind whenever you're pulling into your garage or maybe even a tight parking spot. Now the arms do fold down, and that's going to free up some space. All we're going to have to do is pull out this pin and clip. We can pop that off, pull the pin out. Fold the arms down, and if you're going to drive around with it like this, that's fine. Just be sure to put that pin and clip back. That way it'll keep everything secure. And with it like this, it makes it really compact actually. It looks like the furthest point that the rack's going to come out will be all the way down here. So I'll take that same measurement, and with it like this, looks like it's only going to add about 13 inches. So in this position, shouldn't really give you any issues at all when you do go to pull into your garage or that tight spot. So the rack is going to work with those 2-inch by 2-inch receiver tube openings like we have here today on our Murano. And it's also going to come included with a anti-rattle bolt. So what that's going to do is eliminate any slop or play here in the connection point. And it's going to provide our bikes with a little more of a smooth ride. But more importantly, it's going to help keep things nice and quiet inside of our Nissan as we're going down the road. So to give you an example, say if we're driving and we're hitting some bumps, you can see that the rack is going to move with our Murano and not on its own. So at the end of the day, a great all-around bike rack. Not only is it going to be well built, but it's also going to look good and fit a lot of different type of bikes. So one you really can't go wrong with. I think overall it's just going to be a great matchup for the Murano. And if you're anything like me, you always want to see the product you're interested in actually being used or in action. So let's go ahead and load this up with some bikes, take it out on a test course, and see how it performs. This is our test course. Let's start with the slalom. This shows side-to-side action, such as turning corners or evasive maneuvering. Then, onto our alternating speed bumps. This shows twisting action, such as hitting curbs, potholes, road debris, or even uneven pavement. Last of all, the solid speed bumps. This shows up and down action, such as driving through a parking lot or parking garage, or driving in and out of a driveway. And that'll finish up our look at of the CURT Premium Hitch Mounted Bike Rack on our 2020 Nissan Murano.